Proverbs 10:25, it says, when the storms of life come, the wicked are whirled away, but the godly have a lasting foundation. When we look at this text, we see a truth that a lot of people tend to overlook. But if you have lived long enough, you will see and experience that the storms of life, they come and go. And more specifically, they come to everyone. Now, some people may say, well, Nate, that's a lack of faith talking right now. But to that I say, you're living in a fantasy world if you think you will never encounter oppositions, attacks, trials, tribulations, difficult times, or whatever else you want to call it. Because reality is, we don't live in a perfect world. We live in a world that is contaminated by sin. Now, I understand that as believers, we may be in this world, but we are not of this world. But the fact remains, we do not live in a world that is perfect. We live in a world that is infected with the curse of sin. And the storms of life, they come to everyone, whether you care to admit it or not. Now, you can either be real and admit that you have encountered storms in life, which for some, these storms may have been life-altering storms, or you can lie and deceive yourself and others and claim that you have never gone through anything, or at least make it look like you've never experienced anything you've never encountered troubles in life. Now, here's what some of us do. We treat life like our social media reels. And what I mean by that is we only post the highlight reels of our life to get people wowing about all the good that is happening in our lives, where everyone thinks that nothing ever goes wrong with us. And it would be funny if I wasn't telling the truth, but that's what many people do on social media. They make you perceive that their life is all in order, but behind the scenes, they are fighting battle after battle while leading you to believe that all is well with them. And what happens is when challenges show up, we think there's something wrong with us, because if there wasn't anything wrong with us, then our life would look like their fake highlight reels. If you want to know the truth, here it is. There's nothing wrong with you because you encountered a challenge or two in life. Challenges happen. Challenges come and go because we live in a sin-cursed world. Now, I'm not saying get on social media and post every bad thing that's ever happened or that you're going through in life. I personally think you shouldn't do that, because just like there are those who don't share their challenges and struggles on social media, there's others that all they do is share every mishap, misfortune, and battle that they've ever faced in life. Now, if you want me to be honest with you, I personally believe you shouldn't share everything with everyone, whether good or bad. But the fact is, when it comes to the storms of life, everyone faces those so-called unexpected storms and oppositions. But the difference between the child of God and those of this world is, while those of this world get rocked and knocked off of their feet when the storms of life show up, God's children have a firm foundation to stand on that will keep them grounded and unmoved. And that firm foundation, my friend, is Jesus. Listen, having Jesus doesn't mean you will never face or feel the opposition. Having Jesus means that when the opposition comes, you don't have to be fazed or unmoved by them. Having Jesus doesn't keep you ignorant to the attacks of the devil on your life, but having Jesus means when the attacks come, you will not be whirled away and fall, but your feet will be planted and you will remain standing. And the only one that will fall is the devil. You see, when opposition comes, you will fight the good fight of faith and you will win, because having Jesus means you will not be shaken. Having Jesus means that at the end of every opposition, at the end of every storm of life, your testimony will be, the devil thought he had me, but I stood on the word and I refused to throw in the towel and quit. And because I refused to quit, Jesus brought me through unshaken and unmoved in Jesus' mighty name.